Hello children, welcome to my English grammar class. Okay, and you might have known in our last class we discussed about different kinds of sentences, and we also discussed what we have discussed. Number one, we have discussed the kinds of sentences according to their structures. Okay, and what are they? Number one is simple sentence. Number two is compound sentence. And number three is complex sentence. Okay. And yesterday we discussed about completely we focused on simple sentences. And we also discussed in our last class what we discussed. We also discussed about what? We have discussed about clauses. Okay. And we also discussed the classification of clauses. What are they? And they are main clause or main clauses and subordinate clauses. And we also discussed the different kinds of simple sentences. But today we will focus on compound sentences only. Okay? What we will discuss today? We will discuss completely on compound sentence. Okay? Do you know what is a compound sentence? You see, that means a sentence which consists of two or more independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunction is also called what? Coordinator. That means the sentence which consists of two or more independent clauses joined or connected by a coordinating conjunction, we can say that it is a compound sentence. And before going to discuss about compound sentences, we will discuss once again about independent clauses. Okay. What is an independent clause? The clause that stands by itself, or the clause that is a sentence itself, or the clause that is not dependent to other clause, and the clause that forms a sentence. And we can also say that an independent clause has a subject and a finite verb in its predicate part. These are the definition of an independent clause. And we have seen two or more independent clauses in a compound sentence. Why? Because the compound sentence consists of two or more independent clauses joined by a coordinating conjunction. Okay? Next. And before going to discuss about also what compound sentences, we will discuss something more about what is a coordinate clause. You see, Ramesh is a student, but his father is a farmer. You see, Ramesh is a student, it is an independent clause, and his father is a farmer is also an independent clause. But you see, here is a conjunction. What it is? It is a coordinating conjunction or coordinator. If a coordinator or coordinating conjunction is used before an independent clause, it is called what? A coordinate clause. Okay? Will you find out a coordinate clause easily from a sentence? Yes. Yes. And this is, that means, but his father is a farmer, it is the coordinate clause. So, what is a coordinate clause? The clause that takes a coordinating conjunction is called a coordinate clause. See some examples. Madhusmita is a teacher, but her father is a clerk. You see, Madhusmita is a teacher, is an independent clause. But you see, but her father is a clerk, is a coordinate clause. Why it is coordinate clause? Because there is a coordinating conjunction, there is a coordinator is used before the clause, the independent clause, her father is a clerk. So we can say that it is a coordinate clause. Okay. Next, Ashok is neither a farmer nor a writer. You see, Ashok is not a farmer, Ashok is not a writer. But you see, here neither and nor is used. Where there are two conjunction or two-part conjunction or correlative conjunction, we cannot say it is a coordinate clause. Both the sentences are here coordinate clause. They are both honest and smart. That means they are honest and they are smart. And both the sentences here we combine by using honest and smart. That means both and, not honest and smart, sorry, both and. So we can say that what? It is a compound sentence. Have you understood about coordinate clause? This is only coordinate clause. If there is a single conjunction and after the single conjunction the independent is called a coordinate clause. Okay. And before going to discuss about compound sentences, we will discuss about what? The coordinating conjunctions. What is coordinating conjunctions? Coordinating conjunctions are also called coordinators. That means the conjunction, the what? Connectives that combine two or more independent clauses are called what? Coordinating conjunction. That means the following is a list of coordinating conjunction. You see, and, but, so, therefore, for, yet, nevertheless, still, besides. You see, besides is a conjunction, but beside is a preposition. You see, this is the basic difference between beside and besides. Or else, otherwise, or, not only but also, either or, neither nor, both and etc. And these are coordinating conjunctions. Or the following is a list of coordinating conjunctions, and coordinating conjunctions are also called what? What? And these are also called coordinators. Okay. And we will discuss their use. Okay. But you see, the sentences, once again we will repeat the definition of what? Compound sentence, because we focus on today only what? Only compound sentences. We will focus only compound sentence today. And you see, what do you mean by compound sentences? The sentences which have two or more than two independent clauses, and these independent clauses, or they are joined or connected by coordinating conjunctions or coordinator, are called compound sentences. Have you understood the definition of compound sentences? Compound sentence is a sentence which we will find the list of the coordinating conjunction. If you come across, if you find the coordinating conjunction we have already discussed, this sentence is a compound sentence. Okay. And one by one we will discuss. You see, and we will combine and taking what? Any words, any phrases, or any two sentences. Rama is a boy and his father is a farmer. We can combine. But you see, but, yet, nevertheless, still, besides, these conjunctions are called contrast conjunction. Contrast conjunctions. Okay, when the two sentences oppose each other, when the two sentences are used to contrast, we can use such type of conjunctions. For example, my grandfather was old, yet he will walk 10 kilometers at a stretch. That means the first sentence opposes the second sentence. That means my grandfather was old, still he could walk how many kilometers? 10 kilometers at a stretch. That means the first sentence opposes the second sentence. If there is a contrast, we can use these kind of conjunctions. So what are they? Yet, nevertheless, still, besides. And these conjunctions are called what? Contrast conjunctions. Okay. Then we will discuss about what? For, so, therefore. You see the three conjunctions: for, so, therefore. Exactly, these conjunctions are used for reason. Okay, if there is a particular reason, we can use these type of conjunction, either for, so, or therefore. You should not forget about the use of these conjunctions. If these conjunctions are used, for example, but, yet, nevertheless, still, besides. But is a conjunction, it is also used for contrast. If it is used for a contrast, a comma will be used before them. For example, Ramesh is rich, yet he is not happy. You see, here is a comma. That means when these conjunctions are used for contrast or these conjunctions are used for reason, a comma should be given here. Otherwise, the sentence will go wrong. So, don't forget to put a comma here. Okay. Then we will discuss what? Or else, otherwise. These two conjunctions are used for result. Result, if there is a result, you see reason. That means I did not go to school yesterday. Why? For I was ill. I did not play cricket. Why? Why I did not play cricket? For I was absent. If there is a reason, we will use such type of conjunctions. Okay? If there is a what? Result. If there is a result, what? Study well, otherwise you will fail. Work hard, or else you will be punished. These conjunctions are used for result. But you see, or and either or. These conjunctions are for choice. But what is choice? Stay here or go there. That means you may stay here, you may go there. There is a choice here. If there is a choice, we will use or either or. Either you stay here or go there. We may use instead of or either as well. Either stay here or go there. Okay, have you understood the use of or and either or? Then we will discuss the other conjunctions. Okay. What the other conjunctions? Not only but also, both, and, either or, neither nor. These four conjunctions always go side by side. That's why these four conjunctions are also called correlatives or correlative conjunctions. Okay, because you see there are two part conjunctions here, where there is not only used, there is but also is used. Where both is used, there and is used, like neither nor and either are also used. Okay, you see examples one by one. I bought a pen, but my younger brother bought a book. You see, completely it is also a clause and it is also a clause, independent clause. And where there is a two independent clauses, we can easily combine by using what? But, and by using and. Sorry, you can use instead of but what we can use and. There we cannot say but, we cannot, you have to correct it. I bought a pen and my younger brother bought a book. But you see, he worked hard but did not get success. You see, he worked hard and this sentence opposed the sentence he did not get success. That's why here but is used for contrast. So we should put a comma before it. For second sentence, before but you should put a comma. There is not a comma is used. You have to correct it. Okay. Then see, yet. My grandfather was poor, yet he was happy. You see, here is that means the two sentences are used for contrast. There are two sentences oppose each other. That's why yet is used. Nevertheless used also for contrast. It is a contrast connective or contrast conjunction. Her husband died. Nevertheless, she went with the hope achieving her goal. You see, before nevertheless, a comma is used. Then still, the students did not appear the examination last year. Still they passed the examination. You see, that means the first sentence oppose the second sentence. That's why still is used. Okay. You see next. I do not want to attend the marriage function. Besides, I am feeling exhausted. I am feeling tired. He was tired. Still, he attended the function. That's why both the sentence oppose each other. That's why beside is used as a conjunction. And there is a comma also used before. You see, besides or else. Read well or else you will fail. We have already discussed that or else and otherwise both the conjunctions are used for result. If you do not read well, you will fail. That's why read well or else you will fail. Similarly, make haste, otherwise you will be punished. You see, here is the result. You will be punished. If you do not haste, if you do not go quick, you will be punished. That's why for what? Result or for consequence, otherwise is used. Next, I did not attend school yesterday. Why? For I was ill. This is the reason. So, for is a conjunction of reason. For therefore, the weather was cloudy. Therefore, the match was postponed. Why the match was postponed? Because the weather was cloudy. So, it is used for reason. You see next, you have secured good marks. So, you must get a seat at Collicote Junior Higher Secondary School. That means, if you do not or if you have not secured good marks, there is no chance for you to get a seat there. And that's why for, therefore and so, the three conjunctions are used for reason. Then or. You may stay here or go out. We have already discussed either where there is choice, we can use or either or. You might lose your purse either on the bus or at the office. But if the two sentences are negative, then we will combine the pair of sentences by using what? Neither nor. My uncle is not an officer and he is not an MLA. So how can we combine the two sentences? My uncle is neither an officer nor an MLA. And not only but also and both and used for the same things. Ruskin Bond is not only a short story writer but also a novelist. So instead of here not only but also, we can also use both and. You see, Ruskin Bond is both a short story writer and a novelist. Have you marked how we have used these conjunctions? And the conjunction that has two parts, we have already discussed that last four ones, not only but also both and, either or, and neither nor. Okay, they always go hand and glove or side by side, and that's why this conjunctions is called correlative conjunctions, or it is also shortly known as correlatives. You see, either or, neither nor, not only but also, and both and are also called what? Correlatives or correlative conjunctions. Okay, now we will have a test. He worked hard, he passed the examination. Who will combine the pair of sentences? Quick. Very good. He worked hard and he passed the examination. Passed the examination. Very good. So, in this way you can combine the pair of sentence. Number 1. Number 2. I like English. My father likes mathematics. You see, there is a contrast. There is a, that means the first sentence opposes the second one. I like English, but my father likes mathematics. You can combine. I like English, but, because but is used for contrast. If there is a contrast, comma will be used. If there is no contrast and but is used as a conjunction, their comma will not be used. Then we will say, my father likes mathematics. Okay. Next, they are rich, they are not contented. Will you use or will you combine the pair of sentences by using a coordinating conjunction? Very good. Yes. How we can combine the sentence? By using either yet or nevertheless or but. So, we will use or combine the sentence. How? That means they are rich, nevertheless they are not contented. Okay, contented. Okay, this is then number 4. Our headmaster was ill. He did not go to school yesterday. You see, here is the reason. Why the headmaster did not go to school yesterday? That means because he was ill. That means our headmaster is ill, so he did not go to school yesterday. For reason, either you can use so or for or therefore. Now you will use our headmaster was ill, so he did not go to school. When? Yesterday. Okay. Number 5. What is the question 5? They are tired. They have been traveling all night. Why they are tired? They are tired. Therefore, why they were tired? They have been traveling all night. Therefore, they are tired. We can also use. That means they have been traveling all night. Therefore, they are tired. Okay. So, in this way, we can combine the pair of sentences from 1 to 5. Next, you see number 6. Indira was intelligent and full stop should be given there. Indira was intelligent and she was beautiful. Who will combine the pair of sentence? You see, here intelligent is a complement, here beautiful is a complement. Both are adjective. If the complements are dissimilar, we can use both, not only but also, or what? Both and. Okay, so who will combine? That means Indira A was both what? Both intelligent and beautiful. Or Indira was not only intelligent but also beautiful. We can combine in this way. Okay, that means 6. Indira was both intelligent and what? Beautiful. Okay, so instead of both and, we can also use not only but also. Next, number 7. We must run. We will miss the train. You see, here is a result. What we will use? Very good. Otherwise or else. Okay, so we must run or else we will miss the train. Okay, you see next. Work hard. You will fail in AHC examination 2022. Yes, here is also a consequence. Here is a result. What you will use? Either or else or otherwise. Very good. Number 8. That means work hard. Otherwise, okay, otherwise what? You will fail. You will fail AHSC examination 2022. 2022. 9. He sold his land, he sold his house. That means he sold his land, he sold his house. That means what he will write? He sold both his land and his house. That means school yesterday it is wrongly written, so we will cut it. How you will combine both the sentences? You will combine both the sentences how? He sold not only his land but also his house. Both and not only but also may be used. He sold not only his land but also his house. But you mark the use of not only but also. If here not only will be used in the beginning of the sentence, there will be a change. You see, not only did he sell, not only did he sell his house, I said land, but also his house. If the verb phrases are dissimilar and if you use not only in the beginning of the sentence, you will change in this manner as well. You mark the use of that sentence and you should write it mindfully, otherwise the sentence will go wrong. Okay. Next, the woman may read here, she may visit cinema. It is a choice. What you will use? Very good. Or either or. So how will you use it? Number 10. Number 10 we will use what? The woman may either read here or visit cinema. Okay. Or instead of here either or, we may also or. The woman may read here or visit cinema. We can also combine the sentence using or. Next, you see the instruction is given in the above of the questions. Combine the pair of sentences using a correlative conjunction. That means there are 4 correlative conjunctions. What are they? Very good. Not only but also, either or, neither nor, and both and. By using these 4 correlative conjunctions, we will combine the sentences. Okay. Madhav is a typist, she is a teacher. How will you use? You see, a typist and a teacher is the what? The complement is the noun and dissimilar. We may use Madhav is either a typist or a teacher. We may use number A. Madhavi is either a typist or a teacher. Okay. Then number B. She can't speak in Hindi, he can't speak Telugu. You see, both the sentences are negative. Which conjunction we will use here? Very good, neither nor. So how can you use? You see, she can speak neither Hindi nor Telugu. Okay, you see, this is in this way we can use neither nor. Okay, then C. Asima Panda writes the song and she sings it well. How we can use and combine the pair of sentences using not only but also. You see, here writes the song and sings it well. Here the verb phrases are dissimilar. That means we will use not only before a verb and another verb we will use but also. So how will you use? Asima Panda not only writes the song but also sings it well. So in this way we will combine both the sentences. Okay. Then they invited me to dinner and they sent a car for me. Use the or combine the pair of sentences using both and. Which are the dissimilar things? You mark it. They invited me to dinner and they sent a car for me. You see, invited and sent. You see that the difference of the two sentences is the verb phrase. That means we will use both before invited and other before what? Yes, that means and before sent. Now combine. They invited what? Sorry, they both invited what? They invited me to dinner. Okay, and sent a car for me. Have you understood how we use both and, not only but also, neither nor, and either or? Okay, then you see another one. What? He does not write English, he does not write Odia. Who will say? Which conjunction we will use while we combine the sentences are negative? Which conjunction we will use? Very good. Neither nor. Why? Because both the sentences are negative. Okay. Now we are going to combine the sentences. That means he does not write English, he does not write Odia. You mark it. He does not write what? English. Number 1, he does not what? Does not write Odia. You see, and here English and Odia is the dissimilar. That means one before English we use neither and other before or. You see how will use? You see, while it is present simple or past simple, you should mindfully combine neither nor. That means when does not is used, you have to use here s or es or is with the verb. So how you will use? He writes neither English nor Odia. Okay, you see, in this way we can use neither and nor. Take an example. He did not play cricket. He did not do anything. You see, another example. If you take another example, and when we use neither in the beginning sentence as not only but also, you have to use it mindfully. So how will you use? Listen to me. Neither did he play cricket, nor did he do anything. Write it mindfully and listen it mindfully and note it down immediately. Otherwise, while you write such types of sentences, you will go wrong. Okay? Have you written? Then we will discuss another question. What? You see the instruction. Say whether the sentence is simple or compound. In our last class, we have discussed the different kinds of simple sentences. And today we have discussed about compound sentence. Last class we have discussed that simple sentence is a sentence that consists of only one clause that stands by itself. And we already discussed that simple sentences are of 4 kinds: declarative, interrogative, imperative and exclamatory. But we have already discussed the different types of or different sentences. We will combine how we combine 2 independent clauses with the help of a coordinating conjunction or coordinator to make a compound sentence. And now say whether the sentence is simple, compound or complex. Maggie, take Mr. Gupta's stay. Number 1. Who will say what kind of sentence it is, whether it is simple or compound? Very good. It is a simple sentence. Why it is a simple sentence? You see. And here it is a what? It is a imperative sentence. And here is one subject and one finite verb. Finite verb. If there is a one finite verb, then we can say that it is a simple sentence. Number 2. You are intelligent. Still, you have to work hard. What kind of sentence it is? It is compound or simple? Very good. It is compound. Why it is compound? Because still is used. Still is a conjunction which is used for contrast, and both the sentences oppose each other, and that's why still is used. So the sentence is a compound sentence. Number 3. Please give me a glass of water. Very simple. Who will answer it? Who will say whether the sentence is simple or compound? Very good. It is what? It is an imperative sentence. So it is a simple sentence and it is a request. We have already discussed that imperative sentence is a sentence that expresses an order, a request, a command, a suggestion. So it is an imperative sentence. Number 4. She answered all questions and passed the examination. Who will say whether it is simple or a compound? Very good. It is compound. Why? Because and is the coordinating conjunction here. Here coordinating conjunction or coordinator and is used to combine two independent clauses. Okay? And that's why it is a what? Compound sentence. Number 5. Ranbir Kapoor is both handsome and smart. Who will say what kind of a sentence is it? Whether it is simple or compound? Very good, it is compound. Why? It is a compound sentence. Because the sentence has a coordinating conjunction, a correlative conjunction. And which is the correlative conjunction is used here? Both and. That means Ranbir Kapoor is handsome and Ranbir Kapoor is smart. And we combine both the sentences by using both and. Or we can also use or also combine, also join the two sentences by using what? Not only but also. Okay, so that's why the last sentence is compound. Okay, children, have you understood what do you mean by a compound sentence? Once again I have told you compound sentence is a sentence that consists of two or more independent clauses joined by a coordinator or a coordinating conjunction is called what? Compound sentence. Have you understood today? And we have discussed completely about that particular kind of sentence, compound sentence. Okay? So thank you children. Bye bye. Okay?